Hi there, welcome to our class. I am teacher Darli and the subject of our class today is After the Conference. Today I have the huge pleasure to have a very special guest here, teacher Simone Brito. Simone.
Thank you for your invitation and it's a pleasure to be here with you again.
Right. Today we are going to talk about Marta and Mariana who have just returned from the conference in Philadelphia. Remember that they attended a conference about internationalization of education. And now that they are back to Brazil, they are going to share the information they had with her colleagues in the office, right? Remember that she was representing Centro Paula Souza. And so she must talk to people, she must tell them what happened there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Simone, let's go. What is the learning objective?
Okay, so let's concentrate on the objectives. Let's see. Analisar, identificar e familiarizar-se. Analisar exemplos de anotações feitas em sessões de comunicação e em palestras. Identificar a estrutura e os elementos que um relatório escrito deve conter. E familiarizar-se com as possibilidades de interação à distância, com os contatos feitos durante um congresso, ok?
That's it. So let's go. After the conference, reviewing your notes. Conferences are overloaded with information and to get the most of it, what do you have to do, Simone?
Okay, we have 3 things to do, 3 steps. Organize, get information, and register your opinions, okay? So organize your notes, gather information you think is relevant, links to online presentations, keynote speakers, register your opinions and conclusions about the event, okay?
And here we have the notes taken by Mariana from an opening talk she had at the conference. The conference was about trends, internationalization of higher education and implications for quality assurance work.
Okay.
And who was there to talk about this was Professor Hans de Witt. And these are the notes Mariana took as she was listening to what he was saying, the important things. But what are we going to do now with these notes? What are you expected to do, Simone?
Okay. So, pessoal, é importante aqui vocês terem em mente que quando vocês estão numa conferência, tem muita informação e muitas vezes não dá tempo de escrever tudo o que a gente tem vontade. Então, a gente trabalha com keywords, key information, what is the most important things in our opinion. Então, a gente vai pegar o que é mais importante, né, de forma resumida, and after that, we are going to write a paragraph using the previous information that you took note, okay?
So here you have the first important thing she took note. It was about global trends, important aspects that are growing importance of internationalization, increasing in institutional strategies, and challenge of funding. And from these notes, what did she do, Simone?
Okay, she wrote a paragraph. And remember, when you write about something in the past, you have to use simple past tense. Então, olhem aqui, se vocês perceberem o uso do simple past, was, talked. So she started the paragraph. The paper section was about trend in internationalization of higher education. And then she continues. After that, he talked about global trends.
What's the meaning of global trends, Simone?
São os aspectos globais que são mais importantes.
Right, let's go to the next. Okay, the next topic, internationalization, policies and strategies. What's the meaning of policies, Simone?
São as políticas e as estratégias da internacionalização. Então, desse tópico, ela vai criar um outro parágrafo.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have the example, we have context, the pillars of internationalization, and then she started the paragraph. He also discussed internationalization policies and strategies considering, and then she continues, okay? Always in the past. Look the verb, discuss it.
Okay, next topic, efforts needed, esforços necessários. She took note of 2 important items, to incorporate approaches into more comprehensive strategies and focus on internationalization of curriculum and learning outcomes. What did she do next, Simone?
Another paragraph, okay? Remember, simple past. He also talked about effort needed. He, because she's talking about the author, okay?
É importante notar que as estruturas todas são muito simples. A gente tem aqui todos os dados, o que a gente tem que fazer? A gente tem que encontrar o tempo verbal, que é o passado, falando do passado, e mais as informações que foram anotadas aqui. Okay, let's go to the last one, Simone. Okay. According to the author, the new internationalization should result in a higher education system, which is... Então, ela está aqui colocando a opinião do autor em relação a isso e 2 pontos importantes que ele levantou. What did she do then, Simone?
Okay, she took the 2 topics and transformed in a paragraph and talking about the result, okay? What the author thinks about.
According to him, querendo dizer que de acordo com a opinião dele, a nova internacionalização deve, e aí vocês vão ver aqui o texto no material de vocês.
Okay.
And so, depois de tudo isso, quando nós juntamos todas essas frases, o que acontece? Nós demos origem aqui a um parágrafo completo com as informações sobre aquela palestra que ela ouviu logo no início do congresso, tá? Então, aqui vocês têm esse exemplo de todas aquelas frases que estão aqui unidas, tá? E que vocês vão poder ler com mais detalhes no nosso material base, ok? Is it okay, Simone?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so let's go to the next topic, right? Okay, part 2, writing a report. Report is relatório, a very important document when you work in a company, right? Because it's a document que você usa para contar alguma coisa. So what's the definition for this, Simone?
Okay, a report is a short, sharp, and concise document which is written for a particular purpose and audience. Tá? Então, ele é documento que tem um fim específico. Tá? É para uma audiência específica e tem um propósito específico.
De contar alguma coisa, certo? Você tem uma situação, você quer contar essa situação, então você vai colocar isso num relatório. But, how do we have to write this report, Simone? What are the characteristics or the structure of a report?
Yeah, we have a structure to do this. So if you follow the structure, it helps you a lot. So to start the document, we have a summary or abstract. It gives you a quick summary of the contents of the report. After that, we have the introduction that provides a brief summary. We have the main body of the report that leads the reader to the issue, the conclusion, that mentions what inference will draw from the information and includes results, okay? And recommendation. This part may or may not be included in a report. In this part, we have suggestions, okay?
Right. Pode ser que seja apenas uma narrativa de alguma coisa. Você vai contar alguma coisa para alguém. Às vezes você pode fazer uma análise e nessa análise you can make recommendations, right? You give suggestions about doing something.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next. Here you have the parts of a report. That structure we saw before is here, okay? And this is also in your material. So you have the first one, the summary. Supposing that you are talking about what happened at NAFSA, here you have the NAFSA annual conference is truly a unique event, bringing together over 9,600 international educators. Here you show the people, the person, what the event is. You give them a general idea about the event, okay? So you are going to anticipate some things that are important the person to know, the person who reads it to know. Next, the introduction.
Okay, in introduction, you'll be a little bit more specific. You show more things about the conference, about NAFSA. Okay?
Right, in this case, NAFSA main subject was diverse voices, shared commitment. So she says how the report relates to this theme, right? Next.
The main body of the report.
Okay. That
Then,
gives you all the information about the event, in case NAFSA, right?
Yeah.
They tell everything about NAFSA. So everything you want to say about it, you're going to put here. And then the last part, the conclusion, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what does she say here? It was a very important event, okay? And in this conclusion, she makes a suggestion. What must be talked in the next event, okay? She gives a suggestion about the next year.
Yeah.
It was in 2018, now the next one in 2019. She suggests a subject, something very important to be discussed. Huh?
Okay.
Is it okay? Is it okay now, Simone?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next part of the conference. Part 3, contacting conference participants. Why is this important, Simone?
This part is very important because in a conference, we know many people. And it's very good if you have the opportunity to keep in touch with these people. E como nós podemos fazer isso, né? Como que a gente mantém contato com as pessoas? Hoje nós temos muitas redes sociais, né, que nos dão oportunidade, a tecnologia, a internet, mas especificamente aqui nós vamos falar um pouquinho sobre e-mail.
That is the most common way of contacting people when you are in a company or when you work in an office. So let's talk about emailing. Okay, here I have an example. I did it myself, right? Supposing that I was there, okay, at NAFSA conference. And then that I met Martina. I knew Martina, a contact from other country. And now I want to get in touch with her again. So I sent an email to try to get in touch and talk to her. Dear Martina, it was great meeting you at NAFSA conference in Philadelphia. I remembered you mentioned you needed the article about international education trends in Brazil that Tatiana and I wrote last year. I have it in my computer and I am sending it to you. Hope you like it. If you want to discuss about it, please let me know. I think it would be really great. Best, Darli, Centro, Paula, Souza. This is a very informal email. Although it was a contact I had when I was at NAFSA, I talked to her and she's not a formal person now. So that's why I start, Dear Martina, but let's see other possibilities. Let's remember the structure of the email. Okay, Simone, what's the email structure?
Okay, here we have. First, you start with a greeting. Dear Martina, you thank the recipient, you state the purpose, you add closing remarks, and with a closing, and to finish to the end of the email, your signature. So let's see it in details.
Right, let's go to the next. The email structure. First, the first part, start with a greeting. When you are talking to people through email, via email, you can do it formal or informally. So in this case, it was informal. That's why I said, hi, Martina. And I can say hi or hello. But if it is formal, I cannot say this. I have to say, dear Miss Jones. In all of them, you put a comma.
Okay.
Next, thank the recipient. It was great meeting you at NAFSA conference in Philadelphia. And I have other ways to say this. Glad we had the opportunity to meet at NAFSA conference. And thank you for having me your discussion group. That's the way we can thank or remember the person about the subject. Huh? The next part, state the purpose. You, Simone.
Okay, here we have to state the purpose. Why did you send the email to a person? Let's see. I remember you mentioned you needed the article about international education trends in Brazil that Tatiana and I wrote last year. I have it in my computer and I'm sending it to you.
Right, you are saying the reason why you are sending the email.
Yeah, você tem que lembrar a pessoa, né? O que vocês conversaram, qual era o contexto,
Exactly.
Para começar o contato, né?
Exactly, that's it. And then, after you say what you want, or after you said what you want, you have to add the closing remarks. The closing remarks is quando você está chegando no finalzinho do e-mail. Como é que você vai conduzir isso para o final? Here, you have three possibilities. Huh? If you want to discuss about it, please let me know. I think it would be really great. Essa foi aquela que eu usei naquele e-mail que eu escrevi. But you have other ways of saying this in English. I'll be happy to chat with you about the article. Chat, conversar. This is something informal, right,
yeah.
Simone? If you have any further questions about the article, please send me an email. And this is very formal. Eu estou sempre dizendo a mesma coisa, porém de formas diferentes. Dependendo com quem você está falando, você vai usar formal or informal. Next, end with a closing and a signature. Simone?
Yeah, we have different possibilities. So, for example, best regards, regards, best wishes, thanks, and best. Okay?
Remember that best regards, regards, best wishes are more formal, and thanks and best are more informal. As I was talking in a very informal way, I said best, and then here I put my electronic signature, Darli Vaccari, Centro, Paula, Souza. Mas porque estava lá no meu e-mail. Okay, so now, Simone, I think we had everything.
Yes.
Então, o que aconteceu nessa aula?
Então, vamos relembrar o que nós falamos, né? O que nós vimos. Nós fizemos analisar exemplos de anotações feitas em sessões de comunicação e palestras, identificar as estruturas e os elementos que um relatório escrito deve conter e familiarizar-se com as possibilidades de interação à distância com os contatos feitos durante o congresso.
Okay, so now class, this is the end of our class. I hope you have enjoyed it and you remember that you have everything in your base material, okay? See you next class. Simone, again, thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Bye-bye.